3 weeks in a row. When it works 3 weeks in a row, that's when, well, I'll go back to normal. But until then, I'm waiting. I'm goddamn waiting. All right. I see my ugly mug. Cool. Let's do this. Hello, and welcome to My Xbox and Me, episode 54. I am one of your hosts, MC Fixer, alongside the Scotsman himself, Ross Miller.
Hey, how we doing?
What's going on, big dog? How you doing?
Oh, I just realised my chin is off the bottom of this screen.
Look, you got a chin, you use it.
Yeah.
How are things?
Yeah, good, thank you. Working away like usual.
Yeah. Well, that's what we do, I guess. That's what we do. Anything new? And you went last time I spoke to you on Facebook. You said you're going to the wrestling. Did that end up happening?
Yeah, on Sunday night. That was great. So
yeah, you had a good time.
Met Kurt Angle, met the Dudleys.
Nice.
So, I need to get some pictures for that actually.
Did you get pictures?
Yeah, well, that was good. For them all. Finn Balor as well.
Oh, very nice, very nice. Cool. I don't really know what else to ask you this week. I don't know. Just Well, I haven't really been up to much, honestly. Just chilling, killing, smoking a bud. You know how it is, and all that, all that jazz. You know, the usual riff-raff of what we do. All right, well, cool. Let's go straight in with this episode. Is brought to you by Castly.com.
Castly.co.uk.
Oh shit, I was so close. Castly.co.uk and mcfixer.co.uk. That's right. I think that's right. Oh god, what a bad start. Anyway, also this episode is brought to you by Mike Lynch. Do you want to do the ad read still? Or would you like me to?
Where'd you go?
Hello, I'm Mike Lynch and I play video games and review movies and Blu-rays. Think of me as a crossover between Voltron and the Transformers. Awesome and extremely mega. Yeah, right. Anyways, go subscribe at youtube.com/Mike Lynch. Back to you, Fixer and Russ. Also, I am told to tell you by my notes, it says patreon.com/MC Fixer is where you get the show early. Audio is $3, video is $4. If you support the $4 level, you also get to watch us live. Oh my god. Everything's just going wrong this week, Ross.
Life, mate. Life gets in the way.
Also, join the Facebook group, facebook.com/myxboxandme. Mr. Moody runs it over there mainly and is putting out the Xbox news. The group is actually growing and growing and growing. And you might have seen a few videos going about this week. Some funny videos, which is interesting. And last but not least, before we talk about something else, it's Xbox clubs. Join the My Xbox and Me club. So that is the housekeeping. Now, the big news of the week, unfortunately, bad news really for me, and I was quite upset about it, but Kevin has left the podcast.
Yeah.
So Kev, as most of you know, Kevin Tarney, my co-host for the last, I don't know how many weeks. How long was you gone?
15 weeks or something.
Okay, so my co-host for about 15 weeks has left. He has gone to a better place. He didn't really die. Kev has just been super busy with his new job, as we all knew he started. When we talked about the podcast, he said that he's balancing things, obviously balancing issues and stuff like that. He's got a lot on his plate at the moment. So he has said he did put up a big post in the My Xbox and Me Facebook group saying thank you to everyone and he appreciates the support. And he's still part of the community, of course, but he can no longer do the podcast at this current moment in time. So, Ross, anything to add really on that?
May rest in peace.
So what, we are killing him? We're killing him like we killed you, yeah?
Basically, yeah. I need to get my revenge somehow.
So he's dead. He's dead to us.
He haunts me every Friday night in Rocket League, though.
I knew you guys had something planned behind my back. God damn it. No, but obviously, best wishes to Kev. I am very, as Ross will know, I am very upset that he's gone because I really, really love doing the podcast with Kev. Not that I don't love doing it with you, Ross, but me and Kev grew a relationship over these last 15 weeks, even more so. So I'm sad to see him go. Now, the next question everyone's going to have is, so who's replacing him? Yeah. I don't know yet. We don't know. We haven't decided. Like we said last week in an email we got in Fixer's Sack, we didn't know Kev was leaving at that point. But it's still the same thing applies. For me, it's a case of finding the right person, the person that fits in with both me and Ross. I've got an idea who I want, but we'll have to wait and see. We'll just have to wait and see. So stick around and we'll see how we get on there. Enough of that, Ross. This is the Xbox podcast. How about we talk about what we've been playing? So what's been in your box this week?
Absolutely nothing. I've been working. I have not. It's not been on. It's literally, other than playing some fuck puck. That is it.
Fuck puck. For those who don't know what fuck puck is, would you like to clarify?
Yeah, so it's a game mode in Rocket League where you basically you use the basketball court, so hoops. You play it with the puck. And you turn on all the crazy mutators, like not the crazy mutators, should I say, all the powers.
Oh, the power ups.
The rumble powers. And it becomes mayhem, but it also becomes really skilled.
Okay.
To an extent where when you get better and better at it, you're saving them, you're hitting them in, it becomes quite a skilled game.
I can't think of anything worse. I played it with you guys once and sucked it. I was like, no thanks. No thank you. I haven't got time for that at all. But
it's definitely a hardcore mode, is what I would say. You have to practice with the mode to get any good at it. But we've become quite competitive. Kev and I are not allowed in the same team.
Because you're that good? Because
we're too good when we're in the same team together, so we're always against each other.
Is that what you was doing the other day? Because I got an invite at like 1:30 in the morning, like, come to party. Me and Large list. And we was like, I said to Large, like, don't join, he's drunk. Just leave him to it. Guarantee he's drunk. Just leave him.
It might not even be me. It could have been my wife, because there was one night where I fell asleep on the sofa at 1 a.m. and they kept on playing till 5.
Oh, forget that. Okay, so you had nothing in your box this week.
I literally have not played a thing. I even just rage quit a game of FIFA last night. Like,
here's one quick one for you before I know it's a bit of a tangent. Have you played much FIFA this year? Because I haven't at all.
I haven't, no, but I think it feels as if there's been a lot of games that I wanted to finish. Like, I'm tired tonight, but if I want to go and play a game, I'll probably go and play a little bit more Forza. Okay. I've played Gears to death now, in the sense that I've now finished it 3 times, the story mode, in 3 different difficulties. Insane is unbelievably hard. Yeah, me and Foxy started it and saying was like, nope, no thank you. No doubt. Well, I've done it. I've finished it now. If you check my achievement list, that's it, all done. But animal. Wow, that was a hardcore game. I've done my Horde 50 in hardcore, so I don't know if I'm done with Gears now. I don't know how you. We're going to talk about Gears in a minute, Ross. Yeah. We're going to get onto some Gears. The title, this episode's already titled because I'm super pissed off. So I already had the title in my head. It was amazing. Mackie in chat says, I got 3 invites from Ross. What the fuck? I was playing Watch Dogs. Come on. She was looking at some vag. Yeah, well, that's all been taken out now. Shame. I know. Hysterectomy. What have I been playing anyway? I started a little game called Titanfall 2 today. Brilliant. The campaign. I'm only about an hour and a half in. I think I defeated my first boss. I like it. The movement in that game is phenomenal. Yeah, it always has been. It really is. But Call of Duty's gunplay with Titanfall's... It's weird that Titanfall's gunplay isn't as tight as Call of Duty's when it was the Call of Duty guys that made that gunplay. The Titanfall guys made that gunplay. Strange that. I don't know why. But movement's amazing. I really do like the game, to be honest with you. I can't really say too much. I'm only an hour and a half in. Like I said, I did my first boss, enjoyed it. Not a problem. What else have I played this week? Trying to think. Played a little bit more Call of Duty, but online. Last week I told you I finished Call of Duty. Yeah. What else? There is stuff, but no. Don't remember. You played any Siege with the new operators? That's what I've been playing. I've been playing some Siege. I forgot all about it. Well done. Do you know what? Because Siege is such a... See, like with you in Rocket League, such a part of your life. Yeah. Siege has become that with me. So I've been playing Siege in Minecraft. But that's the funny thing is when Siege was in beta and everything else, how much was I like totally engrossed in that game? Yep. And by the way, Moody, I started Siege Sundays, not you. Beef. But anyway, like totally I don't know what it is. Like, I think it's just I haven't played it enough. I feel inferior when I play it, so I almost get embarrassed playing it with friends. Yeah. So I'm more likely to jump in and just drop in and play it.
The good thing about Sea Sundays is when there's enough of us, we do private matches.
Yeah, and it's not.
So that's kind of where it's at for newbies. And to be fair, we put a lot of people onto Siege. I don't look. We put a lot of people onto EA Access, me and you, but Siege is where it's at for me and you. I've seen a lot of people. Moody, Foxes bought an Xbox and played Siege. Poly Games, I'm pretty sure Joseph's getting it. Large list, I think. Like, there's a few people out there we've put onto Siege. Not to say I'm really good at Siege, because I suck. But, you know, we're putting some people out there. So, Ubi, we'll be waiting for that check, yeah? Mackie says, it's more forgiving. Oh, yeah, when we play, it's more forgiving. Yeah, I think she's talking about Titanfall, actually. Oh. No, Titanfall. Anyway, let's get into the news. And a little thing called the Game Awards is coming about this year, Ross. Ever heard of it?
Yeah, that thing that Kojima can actually go to this year.
Be interesting. What do you watch the Game Awards every year?
I watched it last year because I podied about it immediately after, but other than that, I'm not that interested. It's devs blowing themselves to an extent.
Is that what you think?
No. Well,
I watched the interesting interview. Jeff Keighley was on Funhouse's podcast.
Yeah.
And he went really in depth with how it's set up and where he started and stuff like that, and the reasoning behind people saying about that. And he actually talks about it, so it's actually worth listening if you're interested in knowing that sort of stuff.
I maybe just don't know enough. I just see it as being another relevant award ceremony that. Yeah, my issue is there's so many game awards. Like, okay,
so which one's the one?
The one for me is whoever gets Game of the Year across the various publications and counting them up, because that is out of the last 12 months, what has been the pinnacle game. And we gave it to Tomb Raider ourselves last year, but
we did
cross-platform. And I think about it as The Witcher, like we mentioned that.
Now we look back. Now we look back. I totally agree that Witcher probably.
Did I tell you about it? Was that last week or was that just this week? I made a profit on The Witcher this week.
No. No.
So, because of Game Share, I traded in my copy of The Witcher for £10.
Of course.
The Game of the Year edition is $17.50, including all DLC. So I bought it with my Game Share partner, meaning we halved it. So I made £1.25 profit.
Fuck yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
But that way it's like, well, if you're getting your DLC and you're getting money back, that's not a bad deal. Because I had that in disc. And you know me, I'm not a disc man.
No, well, nor am I now. I've got a new game sharer, so I've just bought. So during the Black Friday deals, I got fucked over, but here we go. So I bought Titanfall 2, which I'm so happy that went on sale. Yeah. I bought Ark Survival Evolved. Not for me, that was for him. That was part of the deal. Something like that. And I went to go buy Brothers Tales 2 Sons, which was on sale, which is now no longer on sale. That was
a deal of the week. That was last Tuesday that came out, so that was a deal. That wasn't Black Friday.
See, I got fucked. So I went to go get it yesterday, and it weren't there. I was like, £14. It was £3 a minute ago. I was like, no, not buying it.
That was just deals of the week.
Not buying it. Sorry.
This week it's a week. I think the week series is on sale.
I think that's right.
That's a good game.
I think that's right.
Do you want us to see sales on as well right now?
Anyway, let's get through this Game of the Year nominees. Game of the Year. This is where the argument's going to be. I'll be honest with you, we might even skip the rest of these. If you want to know the rest of them, check out any website or any other podcast. Plenty of people spoke about it. But Game of the Year nominees: Doom from id Software / Bethesda, Inside by Playdead, Overwatch by Bethesda, Titanfall 2 by Respawn, and Uncharted 4: A Thief's End by Naughty Dog. Okay, I've played Titanfall 2. Oh, I played Overwatch this week as well.
That's a good game.
Yeah, it was free. So, played Doom, didn't like it. Haven't played Inside yet. Played Overwatch now. Played Titanfall now. Uncharted 4, irrelevant for this podcast. But
I've played them all apart from Titanfall 2.
Okay, so what's the problem with this list?
There is no Xbox exclusives.
No, I'm not even up for the Xbox exclusives, but there's no Gears of War 4. Like, really? No Gears of War 4, really?
When I look at this list, and you know how much of a huge Gears fan I am, the only one that I would say would possibly come close to dropping off would be Doom, and Doom's a fantastic game. If they had to pick the top 5, Gears would have been maybe 6.
No. I'm not happy. I'm not happy. I suppose you're kind of right. Yeah. I didn't like Doom, but I know a lot of people love Doom.
Yeah.
I will play before the end of the year. It's on sale. I'm going to buy it this week. Yeah. Overwatch, totally agree. Uncharted, I know the quality of those games. I haven't played it yet.
No one can argue with Naughty Dog. We wish we had Naughty Dog on Xbox.
100%. It's why I'm on the PlayStation 4. Let's be straight. Titanfall 2, from what I've played so far, probably shouldn't be there, but I've only played an hour and a half, like I said.
From what everyone's saying, lots of people saying it's a game of the year.
So
you can't argue with that. I'm not hearing many people say Gears is my game of the year. Even I'm not saying it. Even my wife isn't saying it. And you know how big Gears fans we are.
Yeah.
Long term with Horde mode. And I was just saying that, I've played through, I've done what I want with Gears. As the new maps come into Horde, I've not done checkout in Horde yet, and I really want to do that for nostalgia. As the new maps come in, I'll probably return to do more Horde. But campaign-wise, I'm never replaying that.
You haven't really got a reason to.
Three times on the hardest setting, I'm done in that sense.
But that doesn't make it a bad game, and I still think...
I've played it 3 times.
I think you're right.
It definitely doesn't, yeah.
I think you've made a compelling argument of, if it's top 5, which it obviously is, Gears is probably, not in my opinion, it's not, because I haven't played some of these games, and I'd probably take Doom because I didn't enjoy Doom.
Yeah.
But
Forza's got to be up there. Forza was a stunning game.
I still haven't played it. Got it on my list. I've got so many games to play before the end of the year. Before we do end of the Game of the Year talk, got so many games.
Inside is there, and I hate to say it's a Naughty Dog effect again as well, because it is Playdead. If Playdead release a game, everyone stops and everyone plays the Playdead game. Because they're just one of those developers.
Limbo, they've done a great job. And
that's a real big, that way, it's a stunning game. But, if you want to talk about... I wouldn't have been off if it was in a different category and one but wasn't in Games of the Year. But then if it wasn't in Games of the Year, we would probably be shouting, where is it? Where's Inside?
Yeah.
It's
like
really
I say,
hard.
As of today, right now, on the 25th of the 11th, 2016, US people, the 11th of the 27th, or 23rd, sorry. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
it's been a long day. It's been a long day. Right now, Gears of War 4 is my game of the year.
Oh, superb.
That is by far my game of the year, the game I've had the most fun with. Best story I've played this year. I still have to play Inside, which I will do before the end of the year.
That game isn't even there. If someone was to ask me what a game of the year is right now, my game isn't even on that top 5.
So what is your Hitman?
Hitman.
Really?
I've had more hours out of... I know I've had more hours out of Rocket League, right? Let's face it. But solo playing, the game that I keep on going back to is Hitman, because the pacing of it, because of the way that they released the episodes, was perfect for me.
They spoke about this on the Gamescast, I think.
Yeah.
I think it was Gamescast. Maybe I'm wrong. They spoke about it somewhere today. I watch a lot of podcasts. Yeah. And they were saying how if that game... It was PS I Love You. That's where it was.
Right, okay.
If that game had just come out in a whole, it wouldn't be doing as well as what it's done. It coming out in trickles, which is crazy to think. Crazy to think that a game is more now... Games perform better as platforms than they do... Certain games, I should say, can perform better as a platform than they do as just a one-off get out there $60.
It's all psychological. Gamers now, right? So gaming hasn't been around forever, right? And I'm considered essentially not an old gamer, but I was around in the NES days. I had an NES when I was very young and everything else. And the way that we consume our entertainment has changed. TV, for example, we now block watch. We don't watch live and wait weeks for television. We watch it all at once. And gamers don't watch TV.
Not many.
It is block stuff. Older gamers don't have the same time to invest as what they did. So these dip-in type of games, like Hitman, where you can dip in, you can play it, you wait a month or two, the next episode comes out, you get hyped up for it again, you start playing it, can suit a lot of people's lifestyles.
I think the hype is what's important there. It's the fact of you're talking about Hitman once a month or once every 2 months, whatever the case is.
Was it 7 episodes plus a bonus one if you bought the season pass? Like, I paid for the season pass after episode 2. No, after episode 1, the prologue, I'd got the upgrade because I thought, I like this game. I want to give it my money. And I'm glad I never waited to now, because I know a couple of people that just picked it up in Black Friday sales.
Yeah.
You know, I'm on episode 4, and they're treating it like levels.
Yeah.
I don't think it's designed like that. It's meant to be, we release this area, and you do the most you can in that area in the time that we get, and then we release the next area. Whereas it's now been treated as a game that you play through from start to finish.
Yeah.
And that's not how it was designed to be played.
But each their own, I guess.
Everyone can play the game any way they want to, of course. But, you know, it's what I just mean is I feel as if the people that maybe have been investing in it for the whole year maybe have got a little bit more out of it than the people that will just ram it and maybe get a little bit bored of it. But
totally.
That's easily at this moment. It's been my game of the year, and there's not much else out now. So
fair enough. Again, like I say, if you want to hear about the other articles, go over to any website to hear about Game Awards, even more so. But I just
watch the Game Awards.
Oh well, definitely watch the Game Awards, which is on the 1st of December, 2nd of December for us in the morning. But yeah, cool. As exciting thing for me, Ross, as you probably know, I don't know how you feel about this, because I remember last week saying you don't care about Telltale, but I think you care about this. Telltale's first season of The Walking Dead has finally has a release date. A New Frontier, Telltale's third season of The Walking Dead, will release the first episode on the 20th of December.
Is it got a new engine?
I don't think so. I think they've updated the engine, but it's still not a new engine.
I wouldn't be getting it then.
Are you seriously boycotting it?
Yeah.
Well, what was the lot? Did you play season 2?
They made enough money off of us that they can upgrade the end. You know, I know Bethesda gets slagged for this every time a game comes out, but they are still using the same engine, which is dated. And although it's a narrative-based game and the engine shouldn't matter as such, and they've developed it graphically and added to it, it's still essentially at this moment outdated technology, and not many other developers would get away with that. Like for using the same engine.
You know what? I don't disagree with you, but Telltale's Walking Dead is so good that I just don't care. I just don't care. Honestly, it is. I'm so hyped to play as grown-up Clem. I know you play as another character in this, to see where she is in her life now.
I'm interested in that, but I'll read it.
You can watch me live on twitch.tv/MCFixer.
What was that website again, Corey?
Twitch.tv/MCFixer.
All right, okay.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
No.
When are you heading to Beam, Corey? Never.
January, when everyone else does. Because this is another. I've not checked for the news stories. Have you got the news story about the dropping of the Snap?
No.
So I'm going to integrate a news story here, which is for streamers because it seems quite relevant. The new Microsoft UI update is going to drop Snap.
Okay.
Which means you can't have an item snapped alongside whilst you're playing.
Well, that
is going to be for streamers. It's going to be overlays.
Okay.
So basically, you can overlay items onto it and everything else. But as far as I'm aware, Twitch aren't picking up on it. So it's pretty clear who Microsoft's new acquisition and how they're going to be doing with their streaming platform.
But I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I looked into Beam. I made a Beam account just in case, because you've got to be careful at it to not get left behind. But the people are just not there. They're just not there. And honestly, I don't think they're going to be there.
Right, okay.
I don't think I could convince my audience of, let's say I've got 1,000 followers, let's say, I don't think I'd get 100 followers off Beam.
Yeah.
I just don't think I can see people investing in the platform at all.
What would be great is if you could just do the two at the same time, as if you were multi-streaming, essentially.
Well, you can.
Yeah, but I know it's a high system resource.
You need quite a beefy computer to do it, though.
Well, mine.
No, not even beefier than yours.
I know, beefier than mine, yeah.
Yeah, but I just no Beam, no. But you're not excited for Walking Dead.
I just. Once I make a promise to say that until they update the engine, I won't buy another game, I can't really go back in that now just because it's another Walking Dead. So as gutted I am as much as I want to know how Clementine does, well, that's a bit of a spoiler, I suppose.
I think we all know by now.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, I'm just not doing it. I'll watch a stream of someone else playing it, and I'll
me. Again, 20th of December. Head over to twitch.tv/MCFixer. I'll put up a picture. Check my Twitter @MCFixer. I'm going to be streaming it. I cannot wait. I might wait for Hayley to get home. Still ain't decided yet. I might play it and then get her to play it through. So I might do my playthrough and then watch her play it through.
Is that Tuesday night? I think that's my Christmas party.
God damn it, Christmas. Anyway, next news story. Titanfall 2's first DLC drops next week with Angel City.
Is that just multiplayer?
Let's find out, shall we? Titanfall 2's first free DLC add-on, which, as we all know, all the DLC is going to be free, which says a lot about the game, honestly, will arrive next week with Angel City's Most Wanted. Those who have pre-ordered the game, which I didn't, will gain access to the add-on on the 30th of November, while everyone else will have to wait till the 3rd of December. Angel City Most Wanted will include a remake of the first Titanfall's most popular map, Angel City. It will also include a new Wingman Elite pistol, along with the following new toolkits to pimp out your Titan. So, yes, all multiplayer.
Because there isn't a season pass, is there?
No, because it's all free.
Yeah.
They've come out and said that all the DLC is free. Yeah.
So. You know that you can get it in HMV for £20.
I didn't bother adding a news story because I know we've got a lot of American listeners. But yeah, for our English listeners, if you are interested in Titanfall 2, and there are a lot of people out there that are interested, you can go to HMV right now and get it for £20. And Gears of War is like £22, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, $22.95. Yeah.
There you go. So, if you were looking into those games, get in.
It's amazing. £42 for 2 games like that. I think Forza Horizon's 25 or 30 as well. It's pretty damn good.
It's crazy to think if you wait, you can get games so goddamn cheap.
Or just Game Share and you get them half price all the time.
That's what I do. Next news story. Watch Dogs 2 seamless multiplayer finally rolling out. Servers are now active. And they will turn on the ability for seamless multiplayer. Bullet points are invite friends to co-op or for a new co-op player. Hack into a rival's hacker world. Find targets for bounties or trigger a bounty on them itself. But this isn't all the features. There will be more to come soon with more bounties, and rivals will come later. Ross.
Yeah.
Watch Dogs 2.
On my Christmas present list.
A game that I said on this podcast pretty clearly that I wouldn't play unless I was provided a review copy. I got a review copy on the wrong system, as we all know, on the PS4. Haven't played it. Still haven't played it. I really want to play this game. I really want to play this game.
They've got a history of doing good sequels, so...
But I said that I wouldn't. This is going back to what you just said. You said you wouldn't play another game. So, what do I do? Advise me. Chat, advise me. Anyone, advise me. What do I do? I went out and said how that I was burnt so hard on the first one. Burnt so goddamn hard on the first one. What do I do? Because I know it's a good game. Everyone's saying how good it is. Everyone's enjoying it. What do I do? Sitting there smiling is not going to help me, Miller.
That's only you can answer that question. Do you stick to your morals? I didn't say. I don't think I said. I said I wouldn't buy it day one.
No, I was talking about you saying about.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying I never committed to say I wouldn't buy it, so I'm in a Scott clear here.
You're all good, yeah, but I say heinous things all the time. That's the problem.
Well, I done it with Walking Dead, didn't I? So, but yeah, like I've got it. My family now, we all make Amazon wish lists and we all buy stuff off of it for each other, so people are getting things that people want.
Okay.
And Watch Dogs 2 is on my Amazon wish list, so
you're praying.
I'm sure someone will pick it up. Yeah. Well, that's how I got Siege last year and ended up wanting it digitally after that. So
yeah. Okay, cool. Next story is about Watch Dogs 2 also, and it says Watch Dogs 2 launch sales nowhere near Watch Dogs 1. The publisher What's that?
Different time of year.
Well, the publishers issued a statement addressing the low launch sales of the week this week, and has opened up about the world. You have to give me that word there. Hackathon. Sorry, Hackathon sequel, as reported earlier today. Ubisoft has acknowledged Watch Dogs 2's slow start and the trend of a lower than expectation sales for the following from all other publishers. Watch Dogs 2 publisher Ubisoft is hoping the game sales will have a long tail. We spoke about this. When Kev was on, about how he said not to judge Titanfall 2. I think he was clearly wrong. As we all know, Titanfall 2 now costs £20 in HMV. Says it all. This game. Are games able to have longer tail ends now?
Yes. Look at Siege.
Okay.
Made more money. Yeah, we've had this before. The difference is Ubisoft isn't promoting Watch Dogs 2 as a multiplayer game. So I don't know what they expect. But I would imagine if it's getting good reviews, it's getting good word of mouth, people will still pick that up.
Well, this is going to be like you, right? Surely. Christmas list, stuff like that.
Yeah. Like, we all know January and February and then going into the summer are barren for games. So these are the types of games that people will pick up and play. And it just depends on how much is... I still think that, look at how many games people are buying in this Black Friday sale digitally, right? If they don't want people to be doing the whole, how can I put it, like trading in and then people buying the trade-in versions, get that and sell digitally ASAP.
I agree.
Not 10, 15, 20 pounds off of it, and we'd find it really hard not to buy it, wouldn't we?
Well, I did it with Titanfall, so
yeah. Like, you can't
Mackie in chat says launch sales are stupid. I totally disagree. The build, you need analysts. That's someone's job. You have analysts out there that predict what something sells. That's business at the end of the day. So they're not stupid. They release at different times, so going to be different. I agree with you there to a certain degree, but it's someone's job to judge that. Sorry, let me finish off. Let me finish off here real quick. Its sales will grow holiday season to many gamers in the market, right? And blah blah blah. Cool. I don't disagree with you there, but it's not gonna game. We all know, and we've had this argument before, but we all know game still is the most amount of copies in its first 2 weeks on the market. That's just facts. Facts. You can go out there and check. I'd say probably 90% of games. There's not many games that continue to sell well, apart from, I know we say Siege has done well, the community is doing brilliant there. Games like Minecraft, Overwatch. Don't get me wrong, there are even Destiny to a certain degree because they brought people back.
Yeah, didn't make them pay more money.
That's none of my business. That's just all business stuff. But I don't disagree that it launched at a different time, but it's still, someone made a big boo-boo here. And we are hearing this across the board, though. Battlefield 1 didn't sell as well. Titanfall 2 didn't sell as well. Call of Duty 50% lower. I think we've had this email so many times, but there is just too much out there right now.
There's one thing, sorry if I was... It sounds as if I was interrupting earlier, but I just have a point I want to get across. Video games is the biggest entertainment industry in the world. It's much bigger than movies, no matter what anyone says. And I'll tell you why. It's cheaper to make a game than it is to make a proper AAA, if you want, movie. And you're not charging $10 a head just to get in for a one-off shot of it.
Nope.
It's $40, $50. Like, they're charging more for something that is cheaper to make, and because of the amount of money that they're making. If they're selling that for £10 or £20 or whatever else, they're still making a profit overall on this. So as long as something is making a profit, they will continue to get it out. And maybe for them, they just thought, well, we know we're going to make numbers. It might not be as big as what Watch Dogs 1 did, but we're still going to be making a relevant profit off of this. Let's not get it out. Or let's get it out, and then we'll make quite a lot of money off of Christmas sales or January sales or whatever else it is as it goes. And, can you blame them?
No.
Ubisoft have got so many games, as well as EA have got so many games coming out.
Yeah.
Even if they oversaturate the market, they're fighting against themselves almost. And they're so big that the money that they are making is just insane. It's incredible. GTA is in sale on this. How much money has that game made?
Well, I already had it, but Crash, Ben, Foxes picked it up as well. So just out of my little friendship group, that's 3 people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's just crazy. GTA is ridiculous as well.
I know it's a different ballpark with GTA, with Rockstar, but
of course.
If EA's like that, and I'm sure Titanfall's director's like, oh my God, the game did not sell what we expected it to, EA are still going to laugh to the bank.
Of course.
Absolutely, and no matter what, Titanfall, Watch Dogs, it's definitely going to have made a profit for them.
Cool. Know about this little game called Sleeping Dogs, Ross? Did you play it? Did you enjoy it?
I've never played it. I'm going to be playing it soon.
Yep, we'll talk about that soon. That's all right. But cancelled plans for Sleeping Dogs 2 were ridiculously ambitious. I got this story from Eurogamer. I personally don't think they were that ridiculously ambitious. Some of it is, but some of it are cool. So first off, it would have been a big open world, and it would return to its main character, Wei Shang, or Wei Shine. I can't remember how they say it. Anyway, it would have been based in China. Cool. You would have played as Wei Shan, who's a police officer, also as Henry Feig, who would have been a corrupt partner. And you would have played from both points of views. Doesn't seem too ambitious there, if you to ask me. Sleeping Dogs 2, would also have featured co-op play and a companion app where you could influence the main game's overworld by bringing in things like helicopters. We've seen similar things didn't actually happen in the Division, but that same sort of mechanic. And the last thing that they say is the big ambitious thing, which is UFG wanted to use the cloud saves of all players to determine the global neighborhood crime levels across all the game and mapping out the crime to difficulty levels in policing those neighborhoods in individual games. That sounds very ambitious, but still not.
Wait, that's possible?
It all sounded a bit doable to me. So I just thought the story was a bit interesting. I watched Sleeping Dogs 1. I did think it was a good game. Played it on my 360. Bought it from a friend, actually. Had a lot of fun with it. Upset, obviously, that United Front Games have closed down now, so we won't be getting a Sleeping Dogs 2, it looks like. But just thought I'd bring that bit of news to you guys.
Does that mean Smash and Grab is cancelled?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Did you not know they shut down?
I knew they'd shut down, but I just realised I was like, United Front, that's who's making Smash and Grab.
Yeah, all shut down. Yeah, all shut down. Let's talk about a little game that I still couldn't give 2 poops about. And if you want to take this story, I'd let you.
I've never played them, so.
Me neither. Funny that. Mass Effect Andromeda's new
Normandy.
Ship. What the hell? What is a Normandy? Is that a ship?
I don't know.
Oh, I haven't got a clue.
I imagine that's an area because it's New Normandy. Normandy is an area in France, which was the beaches that they landed at in World War II.
Shall we? New Normandy has no loading screens throughout. Andromeda is no different, although this time round your ship, I was right, is named the... Wait,
Tempest.
Yeah, no, I knew that. I was trying to...
Yeah, no, I was just thinking that. I was just like, it's not the ship then.
No, it's not the ship. Tempest. And unlike the original Mass Effect trilogy, there will be no loading screens anywhere on board. The Normandy is a ship. Everyone's shouting in our chat. Yeah, well, we didn't know. We just don't know. Just didn't know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Told Normandy. There you go. There's my thoughts on
it. Does that matter to you? There's no loading screens. Are you interested in Andromeda at all?
If it comes out and it's got screaming reviews saying I must play this game, I'll probably give it a shot. I tried to play Mass Effect 1.
Yep.
And it just maybe was a bit dated for me now. I've
been told to start with 2 is what
I'm willing to give that a shot because it's a big sci-fi world. What's not to like? You know, it's something that I never got around to playing, and if I'm honest, with all the games I've got to play at the moment, I just don't know when I'll find the time to do it. Yep. And I feel as if jumping in on Andromeda would be almost cheating on it.
I feel like you're just one of those fakers, isn't you? You're the type of person that I see you walking down the street with a Batman shirt on, and I go, "Oh, you like Batman?" He's like, "No." Actually, funny story. This actually happened. Someone had a Batman vs Superman shirt on. I was like, "Oh, did you like the film?" He was like, "I've not even seen the film." What the fuck you got the shirt on for then?
Because he maybe got it for free as a promotional item.
I see those promotional items. I threw about 4 t-shirts in the bin. Anybody that wants an Elite Dangerous shirt, hit me up. Extra large.
Me? I want it.
It's yours. No problem. Not a problem. I will send that to you. Not a problem.
Thank you.
Because I've got a box full of stuff. Full of like I got like t-shirts. I got a Skyrim t-shirt. We never wore it because I'd never played Skyrim. I can now wear it because I don't feel so bad. Just loads of crap that I've been given over the years. Just like no. Okay, Xbox One games streaming to Oculus next month. Xbox One today confirmed a new app that will allow games to stream through their Xbox One to the Oculus Rift via their home network and Windows 10 PC. The app will be available free on the Oculus Rift store from December 12th. Key things to remember here is it's not going to turn every game into VR. It's a TV. So it's more you're looking at a giant screen via your Oculus Rift. Cool. Doesn't do anything for me because I don't own an Oculus Rift, but cool for the people that do have them. I'm glad you guys are happy. December's getting sorry, go on. Go on.
Adrift was cancelled this week on Xbox One, and that was a game that I was actually quite excited for. But that's a VR game. I wonder how gutted that is. If you could have played Adrift in VR, for example.
What the hell was Adrift? I never heard of it.
Adrift is a game where you're in space essentially, and your spaceship has been blown to smithereens and you're trying to survive just in a spacesuit. So it's very three-dimensional, moving from area to area, trying to get oxygen, trying to solve the sort of puzzles that you're in whilst you're on the constant death time limit of running out of air. Got sort of gutted that's cancelled in Xbox One, but that seemed like a perfect VR game for me. So
cool. Let's talk about December's games with goals. They've just been announced, and a little game called Sleeping Dogs Definitive Edition will be available throughout the whole of December. A game called At Last will be available from December 16th until January 15th, which I'm kind of upset about because Mr. Moody just bought me this at Halloween. Super upset for him.
Played it?
Have I played it?
Yeah.
I played the first hour.
I was going to say, I hadn't played it, just contact Xbox.
I didn't know you could do that. Yeah. I only found that out a couple of days ago. That if you haven't played a game, Crash told me, if you haven't played the game that you've downloaded, you can return it.
Yeah. It's because of this reason, because it's not fair if someone's just spent money in a game. You can't do it all the time. It's not something you can do 10 times over the year. But let's say you've just went, I've just bought this game for 20 quid. And then the next week, it's free. The games we hold. You'd be a bit aggrieved. So it's just a way of them counting. And they don't particularly advertise it. It's been a thing that you can do. But if you haven't relevantly played it, then you can return it under your sort of digital consumer rights. You just have to go up to the Xbox Live chat and discuss it with them or give them a call on the number. They can decline, I believe, if there's reason to believe it's ulterior. But, I'd imagine they wouldn't if it's, if you're just honest with them, you go, why are you trading this back in? Because I can get it for free next week.
Yeah.
They're not going to say no to that, are they?
Fair enough. A little game called Burnout Paradise is available from December 16th to December 31st, which I'm super hyped about.
Yeah.
Loved Burnout Paradise. Funny enough, I had a chipped Xbox 360 once upon a time, and this was one of the games I had chipped. So, just
do you know what Criterion between? Do you know what happened to Criterion?
No.
They're now called Three Fields Entertainment. And they've got a game on sale this week called Dangerous Golf, which is a great game.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the Burnout developers that were Criterion. They've left and founded their own studio called Three Fields. And they're great guys. I've spoken to them a couple of times and they're really, really nice guys.
Fair enough. And last but not least, Outland will be available from December 1st until December 15th.
Outland and Outlast.
Ooh, all the arts out there, all the arts. But this month you can still get Murder Soul Suspect for free. No, that's a lie. That's a total. I just totally lied to you guys. Totally lied. I know you can get Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon. I don't remember what the other free game was. Anybody know?
No.
No, me neither. Can't be important. Don't worry.
Dungeon Brothers was up in Super Dungeon Brothers.
Is that right?
Yeah, I've not turned that on yet.
You're right. I think you're right. All right. Well, I'll take this first email, and you can take the second.
Sure.
And this is Fixer Sack. This is where you can email in my Xbox and me podcast at gmail.com. I've got to take something up with the audience, Ross.
What?
Got to take some... They're a bunch of dicks.
I'm just feeling Fixer Sack right now.
Right now, we're doing this show. So right now, someone is listening to it, or someone is clicking. Someone has clicked it, and they have the right intentions. They're like, I think I'm going to email in. But you know what they do? They wait until the next week's show, until I say my Xbox and me is going to be live at whatever time on this day. Then they say, I just sent an email. I've already done the show notes. The show notes are done. They've been locked in. I've already sent the press off to Ross. Mm-hmm. You want me?
To be fair, I read it about 5 minutes before we record, so...
That doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. It matters to me. I've done the notes. I'm not going back in there to change them. If you want your email read on My Xbox and Me, you can head over to My Xbox and Me podcast at gmail.com and do it now. Nah. Don't do it next week on the Wednesday we record. Do it now. Okay. On to that next email. Hello, Fixer, and maybe Kev and Ross, if they decide to show up. Oops. This is probably from last week, I think this is. So my questions to you are, with Guardians of the Galaxy becoming a Telltale series, is there a game, movie, / show you would want to see become a Telltale series?
If they've got a new engine? Can that be part of it?
Hypothetically speaking, they have got a brand new engine, and you are picking the next game that they're going to release, and it's going to just be done like that.
Okay, Doctor Who could work.
Ooh, I don't like Doctor Who, but that sounds good for you guys.
Yeah, like Doctor Who could definitely work.
Like this before,
Westworld could definitely work now.
Wait, I don't watch that, but
yeah,
cool.
Yeah, and maybe Hollyoaks.
I hate you so much.
What?
Hollyoaks, get the fuck out of here. I want a Spider-Man Telltale game.
Yeah, okay.
I really, that's what I was hoping the Marvel thing was.
Yeah.
Was a Spider-Man Telltale game, but crap. Joseph just said, I thought Batman has the new engine for Telltale.
Oh, does it?
That's an interest. I don't know.
It may be an adapted version, but it's still.
I knew they were updating it. I didn't know that. To be fair, Ross, in their defense, when that Mackie says Batman does have a new engine.
Oh, so maybe I've been premature.
Maybe
emptying Fixer's sack.
Maybe you have. But I remember playing Batman having no problems with the engine. Actually.
I mean, I'll tell you what. So that I can find out and experience it, it's free for Batman.
Yeah,
episode 1
already. Yeah.
So I'll go and download episode 1 and I'll play through it and I'll let you know next week if I like the new engine. Telltale's Walking Dead engine is a new and improved.
So is it new or is it improved?
So the Batman is new technology, which is an add-on to the existing one, but the Walking Dead game is considered a new engine. There you go.
I knew. See these guys in the chat. I love them, but I knew they were just giving us some spiel, weren't they? Like, it's new. It's new. It's not new. It's updated. That's not the same thing. Not the same thing. But Walking Dead is new.
Well, exactly. Yeah. So they did initially promise a new engine with Batman, but supposedly it wasn't. It was just an updated version of the old one, according to some tiny. And in fact, I called it Humble Bundle for some reason. Don't know why Humble Bundle's doing news, but hey.
Okay. Anyway, let me finish this. So, I would go with Spider-Man. I'd love a Spider-Man Telltale game. That's what I was hoping for, not a Guardians of the Galaxy. Not to say I'm disappointed in that, but cool. And you've gone with Doctor Who, Westworld, and Hollyoaks.
Yes.
Fair enough. Mackie also said, this is from Mackie, I didn't write the name at the end. What are your thoughts on Game of the Year nominees that are just announced? The list seems very small to me and doesn't hold some of the best games. Again, we spoke about that at the beginning of the show, but the list isn't small. You've got you have to nail it down. You can't just have 10 games. You know what I mean? It is the Game Awards. We know the process by now. We do things a little bit differently on my Xbox and Me podcast when we do our Game of the Year nominations. But, yeah, just interesting. Cool. You can take this next and last email, Mr. Miller.
No problem. At MC Fixer's request, I dug out my original email to not only continue a relationship to eventual lovers,
wink, but
so you can read out all of my attempted seduction via email.
Yeah, buddy. So
please enjoy my unedited original email.
Tuck in, boys.
Having been an avid listener of the podcast for a while now, I have finally decided to write in, getting our what will no doubt be a thriving relationship off with a bang, and one I hope. I pose you a question. As I assume we're all familiar with the game series Fallout, my question revolves around the mysterious vaults, which we all know house much a more nefarious purpose than to ensure humanity's survival. Vaults such as Vault 11, with the resident being told if they don't sacrifice one resident a year, they will all be killed, only to find out it was all a ruse to test their humanity. A revelation learned all too late. So if you had to devise a sinister experiment on the many or few, depending on the circumstances you put in place, Vault Dwellers, what would it be?
It's a good question. From kind regards
Jesse.
Yes, thank you, Jesse, for the email.
Are you an uncle, Jesse? No? Okay.
Maybe it is Uncle Jesse. Who knows? The free kisses would make more sense now.
Yeah, free kisses.
No one ever sends me free kisses. Let's be serious. But okay, so if we were a bit sinister, what would we do to our vault? Is that pretty much?
Yeah. I would make them sit and watch kind of funny live streams all day and see how long before they killed themselves.
You're just being mean. I don't like it when you're mean. Be nice, or I'm going to be looking for 2 new hosts. Don't like it.
He threatened me with Fixer's sack.
Won't like it one bit. I'm not really a sinister guy. I suppose I kind of am a little bit. When I play Minecraft, I make everyone give me. I do diamond tax.
Right.
So if you want to put a land, you have to give me a diamond, and then your rent is iron. And then, so I'm a bit of a dick in Minecraft sometimes. I'd make people, I don't know. I don't really like babies, so maybe I'd do the same thing, but you have to give up your newborn child once every 2 years. So if there's a newborn, we're going to sacrifice we're going to sacrifice 10 newborns a year.
But what happens if there isn't 10 newborns?
Then...
Because people would stop having children.
The youngest kids are dying. You better start making newborns. You guys better get out there and have sex, because I'm taking your newborns. So you better be coming up with quadruples and twins and all of it.
Right, okay. No
Didn't
problem.
expect it to go there, did you?
No.
What the fuck did babies do to you? I don't do babies, Joseph. I don't do babies.
I'm glad you don't do babies. But yeah, like, for me, it's very hard, to be honest with you.
You're so sinister, so it must be really hard for you.
You could do sort of quite mental torture for them. So you could do something like Lost, where they have to press a button every 14 minutes. It has to be like all of them in an individual room looking at this button, and if they don't press it, they don't know what will happen, or they have to take it in shifts. I personally think it would be more Lord of the Flies to save. If you're in a vault, you can't be getting old people and getting ill and getting a bit decrepit. I would say that when you reach the prime old age of 40, you are killed off by the younger ones.
What? 40 is not old? You'd be dead.
But 40 is when the health problems start to arrive, essentially, in that sense that you're past your prime. I'm saying that, but when I was 20, I would have probably said it was 30, but now I'm in my 30s, I'm saying 40. But yeah, like, if right now, I'm going to say this, if we killed off all 65 pluses, we would live in a much better society.
Fucking hell. You guys thought I was bad about killing babies. He wants to kill old people.
Well, you think about it, your NHS, like your healthcare would be better. No one would have to save for a pension because they're getting killed off at 65 anyway. And if you're told that when you're born, that you just live to your 65, make the most out of your life, why not?
I'd be pissed. Well, this episode took definitely a twist I weren't ready for.
So anyway, vote for me for president.
No, thank you. No, thank you. All right. Well, thank you for the emails, guys. Again, if you want to email in, you head over to my Xbox and Me podcast at gmail.com. That's my Xbox and Me podcast at gmail.com. Do it now. The tagline is now, do it now. Not next week, Wednesday or Thursday or Tuesday when we record the show. Please and thank yous. Ross, suggestion of the week. Anything you can suggest this week? I'm tempted to get rid of this segment. I've got to be honest with you.
No, I don't see why not. I would suggest going on the Steam sale. No, I would say if you haven't already, take the plunge on Elite because you're getting a few hundred hours out of that game. Or again, The Witcher Game of the Year edition. It's $17.50 in UK pounds or $20. But it's $25. Sorry, for the Game of the Year edition, and you are getting everything, every bit of DLC. You're literally getting 300, 400 hours out of a game if you want it to be that long. And you're going to have a great time doing it.
Good suggestion, Mr. Miller. Good suggestion. I'm going to suggest a little game called Dead Rising #1, which is now on Xbox One. They got the triple pack out. I don't think it's on sale, actually, but I did actually... A lot of people didn't like Dead Rising 1 because of the time limit stuff.
Yeah.
Once you understand there's a time limit thing, it's actually... Don't get me wrong, it doesn't not get annoying. It's still annoying, but it's an enjoyable game. It is an enjoyable game. I enjoyed 2 more, but I do like 1 as well. So, and you've got to get ready for 4.
Question: why, when he's bit by a zombie, does he not turn into a zombie?
He's got Zombrex.
Yeah, but why not though?
What do you mean? Why not? I don't understand.
He's already initially been bit at the beginning of the game, hadn't he? So he's always continuously turning into a zombie and constantly has to take the Zombrex into time at the beginning.
Yes. That makes he gets bit in the changing room.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's constantly fighting against turning.
That's why he uses Zombrex.
Yes. I know it's obvious, but
we all know that.
Yeah. But other people turn as soon as they're bit, but he doesn't.
No, it's not as soon as, is it?
It's when they're dead, but other people turn in the game and you look at it pretty much as soon as they're bit, but he never does, so it was always a bit of a thing, but it's because he's constantly fighting against it.
Oh, I see what you mean now.
Yeah.
Let's plug and get yourself out of it. Again, remember, if you want audio early, you head over to patreon.com/MCFixer. I'm trying to hit a little goal. I set myself goals for the year, and we passed the Twitch goal, which was 1,000. We haven't passed the YouTube goal, which was 3,000 subscribers. So if you're not subscribed, go over to youtube.com/MCFixer. And the Patreon goal was, don't get me wrong, I'd love more than this. But if we could get to 30 people supporting on Patreon by the end of the year, I would be very, very happy. I launched this a year ago, January 1st. I think it would just be cool. Cool to be like, we did it. We did a year. So if you can support, you head over to patreon.com/MCFixer. Audio is $3, video is $4. You get both of them early, or if you want to watch us live, you can at $4 and up. Thank you again. Thank you to everyone that is supporting. Really do appreciate it. Next week is the Patreon thank you, so don't think I forgot. And not until next time, because you've got a plug. Ross, plug.
Check out castley.co.uk for some perfectly produced podcasts. And that's about it.
You on Twitter much?
Yeah, RossM84 on Twitter. And a shout out to Rare. And the only reason why I'm saying this is the Rare Insider for Sea of Thieves program opened this week. So go to the Sea of Thieves website if you get it. And they've actually asked a gender equality question in the sense that instead of asking what sex are you, they've actually asked what sex do you most commonly think of yourself as being.
I did see that. I signed up for that today.
Yeah, and I'm really impressed, and it shows you what a forward-thinking and good company Rare are.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Well, until next week, I will love you. I will leave you. And I'll see you guys later.
Bye.
Dick.